Welcome aboard, passengers. Mega Sim. How are you doing? I hope you are well. So, last night, Monday the 1st of February, we had preview number 2 from Dovetail Games of the Southeastern High Speed. So, do you remember a couple of weeks ago we had the first preview, and then there was a lot of feedback from everyone with regards to certain areas of the route. And then there was a notice, wasn't there? There was a message that came up on the forums from Natsta, from Natalie, and she went through saying, we've heard your feedback, we're going to be doing stuff to sort that out. We're going to be fixing these issues. And she gave us the 3 S's, didn't she? She gave us sounds, scenery, and services. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few of them. Near the end of this video, I am going to be giving you some spoilers. So if you don't want to know those spoilers, I will warn you, and then you can skip it before the end, okay? I might actually finish the video, then talk about those spoilers. Anyway, well, okay. Well, you'll figure it out if you want to watch it or not. Anyway, so the first thing that we found of those 3 S's was services. Oh, yeah. Now, 2 weeks ago, we had 179 services, yeah? And that was Class 395 and Class 375. The services are now 264. That's 85 more services, and they're not finished yet. No, they are not. Not at all. They're not finished yet. So, let's talk about those services. Now, this isn't a spoiler because we know that's going to come out. So, yeah, I'll say it now. The spoiler that we're going to find out about is the scenarios, okay? Because not everyone wants to know about the scenarios, but I'm going to talk about the services, okay? So, first of all, what did people moan about or, talk about? Where's the freight? Yeah? Where's the rail tour? Well, do you know what? Matt and the team have got their hands on it and they've gone, bam! You are going to get freight. Well, to start with, we've got 1 freight service. 1. Okay? Yeah, it's all right. 1 freight service, not too bad. They are coming. We're going to be getting more freight services. We're going to get that. I will mention it later in the scenery side of things, but yeah, 1 freight service to start with. Now, rail tour. This is where it gets interesting. Now, if you have East Coast Way, well, not for rail tour. If you have East Coast Way, you get freight. So if you don't have East Coast Way, you won't get the freight. If you want the rail tour, you need Northern Transpennine as minimum, at a minimum, okay? The reason why we're saying at a minimum is because the rail tour has the Class 31, which is Tees Valley Line, not in Northern Transpennine, 47, 40, 45, 37. All of those ones are on there, a mixture of Northern Transpennine and Tees Valley Line. But we've now got the Class 20. Oh, yes, we've got the Class 20. So we've got, he mentioned there were 2 services, but I found 4. The reason why I found 4 is he went on the 31 and there were, so what it is there's a service from Gillingham to Gravesend and 1 from Gravesend to Gillingham, not Gillingham, Faversham. So I think it's that. I hope I've done that right. I know this is recording, but I don't mind because I want to have a look at that quick little one that I did. Operate rail tour from Gravesend as far as Faversham. So yeah, so 1 each way, but the 31 had 4. So it had the Medway Explorer and the Medway Wanderer. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get with that. But yeah, rail tours coming. How exciting is that? I'm really excited about that. So you have to have Northern Transpennine minimum. But if you do want the Tees Valley Line trains, you need to have Tees Valley Line, then the trains on top. Remember, all these loco and train DLCs, you need to have the route that it's designed for first, then you can get it. For example, you can't buy the Class 20. It won't work if you don't have Tees Valley Line. Yeah? Hopefully you understand that. Anyway, so rail tour is coming. Freight is coming, as we said. So we've got the Class 66. We've got 1 service, and there we go. We've got 7 more coming later on, and shunting services as well, which is good. Okay, and then more services. Now, the only downside to these services is that the team have created all these additional route timetables to Cannon Street and all of that. but they haven't got around to updating the 375 PIS, the destination board. Okay, so we know that the class 395 is automatic, but the 375 is like the 377 on Southern. You have to go through it and find it. Cannon Street is not on there. There's a few. He said there are a few that aren't in that list that they still need to put in. Now, there were some bugs. There were some issues, which we will go through. But yeah, that was one of them on there. Okay. So, scenery. We'll talk about scenery now. So, with the scenery, the ballast is now grey, not brown. So that looks a lot better than before. There was no sound. Oh no, that is sound, not scenery. Anyway, I'll come back to that. Fences are now on the routes. I know there are people that are saying, oh no, they're not the right fences. Look, we've got fences now. Hopefully they'll work on them, but we've got them now, okay? So that's good. Let me have a look. There we go. So we've got Strood. The freight area is static. There's a couple of wagons there, a couple of Class 66s. They said that you are able to touch them and move them around and shunt them around and do what you like with them now, but they are there for scenery at the moment, and then there will be services soon. There is going to be depot services available at Gillingham, but no news on the train wash yet. So we know the LGV, TGV, LGV Mediterranean, we've got the train wash, we can't use it. Unless you can. Let me know. Can we use the train wash on the LGV? If you can, please let me know the service, because I really want to go on that. So yeah, as I said, 375 services, Cannon Street, but they've not added the new destination, so that's with that. There are a few issues with lighting and with sound. They went into kind of how the shadows work in tunnels, so some of it, the dash is quite bright, the cab, and it does darken, so they are working on that, but that's not an at-launch fix, okay? There is also there was no sound before in the cab. There is now. So with the 395, the motors on the train itself are not in the end cabs. Excuse me, just having a cup of tea. They're not in the end cabs. They're in the middle train cars. So you couldn't hear much in the cab anyway. But no, they've given us where is it? Wind noise, fan noise, and some squealing of the wheels as well. So we've had that a lot better. Now, the wipers weren't working. They were working, but there was no sound, so that is a fix. There were a few fixes. Now, when it comes down to the horn, so we've got the horn and we've got the train whistle. Can't wait. Can't wait to play that, to press that whistle. The same with the 377. Look back, our first video on the 377. You should see how excited I got with that whistle. You know what I'm talking about if you've watched it before. So they've said that end to end it takes about 45 minutes supposedly on the 395. I thought it took longer, so I'll see. I haven't had a look at the timetable properly yet. Oh yeah, that was it. The instrument lights don't work yet on the 395. There's not many instrument lights. There's just the dials, but they're not working yet. Now, other things that they are fixing or bringing out is they have said that they are working on eventually getting to audio announcements, okay? So, view it like this. PIS, so the destination boards were on certain trains, weren't they? But they didn't really do much. So you had the German trains, the 425, 422, you know, with the destination. Then we had a bit of the southeast, the East Coast Railway, so on Southern, and we were able to see a bit more of that. And then with Bakerloo, it started going into looking at the timetable service. Now, since HMA, Hubstracker, Munich Augsburg, it kind of gives you a bit more of a dynamic, knowing that you're late. So it's working on that at the moment, so it knows when you're early or late. So on the British thingies, it tells you on the British signs on the destination screens at the stations, it tells you what time the train is there and what it's expected. So if we come up, well, it's taken a while, but if we get that image up, I'll show you. It's just I've got these images rolling through. So they are going dynamic, and they're getting to a stage where they're going to have more interactive with those destinations to eventually give us audio announcements in car and in the station as well. So, hey, I'm happy about that. Hopefully you are too. We still haven't got to that lovely sign, you know, destination board at Ebbsfleet. So we'll see if the next one is. If not, I'll move on. No, it's still not there. Never mind. Anyway, so we've got that. Now, the front coupler does open on the 395. Then Matt had no idea how to close it. It's behind you. There's a big red button that says coupler close, I think it was, so you can close the coupler again. So you know with the TGV, you're able to go up to the hatch and press the X button on the hatch itself, like you can with HST. With the 395, you have to press the button in the cab, kind of like the ICE. We still haven't got the destination board. Anyway, Matt did do a SPAD, unfortunately, but never mind. We are looking forward to seeing the level crossings. There is no traffic going over the level crossings yet, so that is empty, but they are hopefully going to work on that. And one thing they did mention with regards to weather and scenery and things like that, don't forget, Train Simulator is doing really well on the rails and the trains and things. It's just trying to get the cars and the weather. Bus Simulator is really good with traffic. Here we go. Here's the here it is. So you know where it says platform 3 on the top right of that destination board? That's where it will say expected. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, Bus Simulator is really good with traffic. Microsoft Flight Simulator is good with the clouds because it's flying in the clouds and the weather's really good. Whereas Train Simulator really good on the rails. So yeah, really looking forward to going on this. There was one other thing I was going to mention before the spoilers. But sounds are a lot better. Looking forward to the rail tours as well. Don't forget, we do have access to the livery editor on these trains as well, so we're able to put them in different liveries. Don't forget, today we do have the update from Train Sim World for our East Coastway, our 377 and 66 with the livery editor, which is really nice. Looking forward to seeing that. Now, one other thing. So what I'll do is I'll say my goodbyes to you now, and then I'll say it again afterwards. But no, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. If you do want to watch on, I'll just talk about the scenarios. So that is the spoiler scenarios. Okay? Just because some people want to know more about the scenarios and some people don't. Okay? So, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Spoilers. Okay, so spoilers are, we have, let's have a look. We have 5 scenarios, and they range from 20 minutes to 35 minutes. So they're not long, and they're all easy. Okay, now I've got 4 out of the 5, because the 5th one I couldn't get. High speed run, joining in, shopping shuttle, tricky tunnels, and last stop. Okay, so the high speed run is take control of the class 395 high speed service that is running late. And then there's, I did get joining in. Take control of the 375 Electrostar service and operate the train to Faversham. Tricky terminals, take control of a 395 service and safely reach your destination whilst trying to avoid the ongoing maintenance work. And last stop, take control of the 375 nightly service and complete the run to Gillingham. So the only one I don't have is the shopping shuttle. Maybe that's something to Stratford and back. Maybe they couldn't call it the Olympic Javelin. So maybe it's St Pancras to Stratford and back again. Just a shopping because of the Westfield though. Possibly. But yeah, they're the scenarios, okay? Now, we do have the training as well. And that is the Southeastern High Speed Route Introduction, 10 minutes. 375 Introduction, 10 minutes. And 395 Introduction, 20 minutes, okay? So we know what we're getting there. Hopefully they're going to do a few more scenarios. They didn't say anything about the dynamic weather within the scenario, so maybe that's a surprise for us. But with regards to the collectibles, newspapers, maps, they're the only 2 I saw. I don't know if there are any others. There's probably one other, but never mind. But yeah, that's what we're going to be getting. Now, don't forget, the train route does come out this Thursday in 2 days' time, or less than 2 days' time if you're on console, because it comes out at midnight in your country. So I'll be up at midnight downloading it and hopefully going live if all goes well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I tried to keep it simple. I say brief, it's 15 minutes. if you do want to watch the full stream, there is a link in the description below, and I will put that there so you can have a look at that. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Social media links are in the description below, and we will see you on the next video. This is Mega Sim out of here. See you later, guys. Bye.